Hi there, Nicole Brule-Walker, Sequoia Wellbeing. So in this section, moving from anxiety to joy, we're working through strategies that you can release any tension and stress within your body. We can talk about it, we can remove the stressful situation, we can try to improve things on an outward level, but it always comes back to how we feel in our bodies and whether or not we can recognize those things. So a lot of the work that I do with my clients has to do with creating that awareness, showing you how you can change things in very simple ways within your body. So today we're going to work through shoulders. Shoulders are an area that a lot of people come in with a lot of tension, a lot of elevation, and when the shoulders are out of position, it tends to create other more chronic problems like frozen shoulder, tendinitises, those sorts of things. And a lot of it comes from simply that we do all of our work in the front of our bodies, so the shoulder joint starts to roll forward. But also when you think about it from an emotional and a mindset point of view, when we feel less about ourselves, we tend to kind of close in, which closes our chest, opens the back, and allows the shoulders to kind of roll inward. So this particular exercise is really going to work with creating awareness about where your shoulders are and how simply you can change that. So lying on your back. First of all, just settle into a position. Think about your alignment from your tailbone to the back of your skull and whether or not you feel straight on the mat, and make a few adjustments there. Now just take a few breaths. Just softly in through your nose. And softly out. And as you're doing this, just bring your awareness to your shoulders and how they feel resting in this position. Is there tightness in the chest? Do the shoulders feel held? Does one shoulder feel different to the other? And just start gently by pushing back with one shoulder against the floor, against the mat, and release it. And push the other shoulder back against the floor and release it. And just start to gauge how long it takes to get that shoulder back to the floor. Is one shoulder closer? Does it take less time, less effort to get back to the mat? And just a few more. And thinking about the ease at which that happens. Is it hard to do? Does it create any strain or any stress? Does it happen easily? And so from here we're going to start with just your left arm, left shoulder. And so we want to bring that arm up and then you're going to drop it back. Now the fingertips need to point towards your shoulder. And if you can get the palm of the hand down, then that's great, but don't worry if not. The idea is to keep your fingertips in contact. So we're going to, with our right hand, hold the top of the elbow. And you're just going to gently pull in towards your face and nose and outward. So breathe in. Breathe out. And keep the movement as long as your breath. Make them match. Two more. So aiming for 10. And just take your hand and move it now towards the back of your upper arm. And we're going to lift as though you're taking that arm over your head and relax it down. Inhale and exhale. So you may feel a strong stretch in the wrist or hand, shoulder or rib cage. One more. And place your hand over the top of the elbow again. So this time I want you to think about dropping that shoulder back into the mat. And just as you're dropping, just small circles. And again, just maintain contact with as many of your fingertips as you can, knowing that you may lift away and come back. If it helps, close your eyes. Really feel the contact of your shoulder blade against the mat. And then change direction of your circle. And as you come back to center, just bring both arms down to your sides. And so really notice the difference between the side that we've just worked on the left and how that right shoulder feels. And typically this one will feel flatter and more relaxed against the floor. And then that conversely means the opposite shoulder is feeling a little bit lifted and raised, more tension. And so we do the same thing on the other side. So taking that arm up, bring the fingertips back towards your shoulder, the palm down as far as you can, holding that left elbow and right elbow and back out. So left hand's holding the right elbow. Using your breath. Inhale inward, exhale outward, matching that movement with your breath. Just becoming aware of how the shoulder moves, the quality of the movement, what feels tight and where. We're always entering into it with a sense of curiosity, not expecting things to happen, but just seeing what happens. And one more. And holding behind the upper arm, push as though you're going overhead and back down. Inhale, exhale, relax. And just whatever movement you create is okay. There's no push to become as big as possible with this. It's just let's see what happens. One more. And then hand on top of the elbow and just start to make those small circles, again becoming aware of that shoulder dropping into the mat, feeling heavy. And change direction now. As you come back to center, bring both arms down. And just feel that openness in the chest. Now I want you to focus on the breastbone in the center of the chest and breathe into that center. Just seeing if you can release just 1% more of the tension. One more time.
And slowly come up from there.
And as you come back and you move about through your day, just become aware of how your shoulders feel. And just know that you can come back to this exercise at any time and just become aware of how the shoulders feel when they move. Thank you for